So here we are again, and we have gathered here to discuss what? We have gathered here to discuss, yes, networking. So, wait a second, why this video? The reason that I made this video is basically to, expand on the topic on how do you network. I'm in Ramanujan College from Delhi University, and I had no idea how to do that like a couple of years ago. I had absolutely no clue what networking meant back then, and I was clueless because my college didn't really have a great networking base. And I don't blame the college, it's okay. Every college has a different, but I was just confused like, hey, what's this thing and how do I do it? Right. So, just to expand onto this for a little bit for everyone, what is networking? Networking is basically like a friend circle, right? A friend circle of people who are there for you, but you're no longer in school and now you have responsibilities and you kind of might have a job or you're trying to earn, right? So that's the best way to describe like networking. And of course, it's not that simple. So let's take up another example. Knowing the guy who owns Amit Tikki Bhandar gets me extra chutney, right? But knowing Kunal Shah gets me some angel investment. In fact, if he angel invests into my business, probably his friends would do the same, right? Well, that's what a network is really. Now, networking isn't just limited to startups. It's everything adult life, like literally everything adult life. That's kind of networking. Um, your network can help you get a job. Your network can help you get a career, better opportunities. It can also help you get you through your tough times, right? So, what's more to it is that it's never enough. Like you'll probably never stop networking in your entire life, and the sooner that you start the better. And kind of same applies to investing as well. It's something that's long term, right? So that's kind of it about it. And now networking, while to some people it might be money, opportunities and so on, for a lot of people it's also about perspectives. And I think I really value this aspect of networking called perspectives a lot. सो थोड़ा सा कॉर्नी साउंड करूंगा बट व्हेन आई से दिस मुझे जॉब नहीं चाहिए अभी no one can really fire me from a startup that I co-founded, right? मुझे career opportunities में I'm not super interested right now. Like अभी भी college में हूँ, so I don't really have to worry about that one. So but मुझे ideas बहुत चाहिए यार. When I'm bootstrapping ना, मुझे नए नए ideas चाहिए to innovate things better, to see things from a different person's perspective, from a different industry. So perspective matters to me a lot, right? So Farman Japte, in that case, let's talk about how do you network really. Here's what I used to do. 1.5 साल पहले I used to DM people on LinkedIn who are slightly better than me. I'm not trying to DM Kunal Shah. I'm not trying to DM I don't know, Elon Musk on Twitter. I'm just trying to DM people who are slightly better than me. 1.5 साल पहले I was just trying to understand machine learning and how do I break into the field. So I was DMing a lot of data scientists, a lot of people who have been working on a job for a year. They're not super experienced, top notchos, honchos, experts in the field, but they're like doing pretty well in life, right? So I just reached out to them and asked them, how did you do it, right? And that was kind of it. Like, now you can probably DM a CEO, but do not expect a reply. And if you don't get a reply, you'll probably get sad and sort of like, no one replied to me. I'm not gonna text anyone now. I was sending like what 20 to 50 texts a day, and like this is not me hustling. This is like just me trying to understand. Hey, how do I get into this? I have no mentor. Come on, help me, right? So that was kind of the aspect of it. Reaching out to people on LinkedIn, it's really helpful. People don't talk about it enough, right? And in a lot of cases as well, like ये जो CEO वगैरह को तुम reach out तो कर लो यार, but the advice is not going to be super helpful. People are going to get triggered by this. Why? Because Elon Musk advices works really best for works really 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 amazingly for Fortune 500 के CEOs. Not like it doesn't work that well for Raju Rastogi from Kirti Nagar, right? Raju ne kaha, Elon Musk said that's cool, Raju, but the problem here being that it's not relevant to your career right now, or it's not relevant to your life right now. That's kind of the thing. Relevancy matters a lot. That's why you might want to reach out to people who are sort of at your level, sort of better than at your level, right? Now, what do you really say to them when you finally get in touch with them? Start a convo. Ask a lot of questions. ask them whatever questions that you have in your mind. Literally, the moment that you get in touch with them, compliment them about anything, and just the next thing should be a question out of your mouth. Ki, hey, how do I, start learning machine learning, or how do I do my own business, or how does drop shipping work, or how does AI, how do you crack into the AI industry, and so on. And in a lot of cases, you can even ask them for a chai or coffee. The sheer number of people who are going to say yes to you is crazy, given that you're not really trying to reach out to some sort of a top shot CEO because you saw him in news, right? I'm not discouraging you from that, but it's like यार conversion rate बहुत कम लगता है तुम्हारा वहाँ पर. So one more thing, like one small thing, always remember that networking is really a long-term thing. It's not like something that you do to gain some sort of an advantage does not come kal ya parso, right? It does not come through Donzo or Blinkit style में like 10 मिनट में अभी मैंने इसको DM करा, अभी मेरे पास एक job opportunity आ गई. Shit does not work like that in real life, right? Which means that you're trying to just have a conversation with them to understand their perspective, to understand their thoughts about a problem that you're facing. You solve that problem, be it personal, be it professional. Just try to hear from them. Try to, be a good listener, and ask a lot of questions. Ask a lot of shit ton of dumb questions, and it's going to help you tremendously. And that's what is something that I really used to do, and that's something that I'm still doing till date. I still go on calls with people from LinkedIn. I still go on calls with all these random folks from different industries to understand how they would solve my problem, the problem that I'm facing back at maybe my startup, right? So that's kind of it, yeah. You have the base to start with. To summarize this whole conversation, I would say the first thing to do is DM people on Twitter or on LinkedIn. DM them anything. DM them about how good their hair look, or how उनकी दाढ़ी कितनी अच्छी लग रही है profile picture में, or just about how well they're doing in life and how you want to be like them, right? Start a conversation. Ask them a lot of questions. That's part 2. Part 3 is get them on a call. Try. I tell them, hey, how about we hop on a conversation, hop on a call later this week, somewhere around the weekend. Now you'll probably be like, yeah, weekend kitna dur hai, but it works a lot. Professionals ke liye weekend is kind of the day to have that conversation with some other stranger across the internet. Do that. And that's kind of it. You talk to them, you understand their perspectives, you take notes from it, and you learn a lot from these people that you otherwise felt like you were really stuck in that XYZ field. And that's kind of it. So yeah, I guess that's it. Thanks for like staying इतनी late तक यार. सब लोग चले गए. No one's really watching this. But yeah, nonetheless, चलो फिर मिलते हैं. I'll try to post something tomorrow too. Cool. Bye.